Perfect. All right, everybody, welcome to the call. We have PN token here today with the DeFi Angels, and it's probably nothing, but we're we're super excited to have and host the summoner, the dev here of the project, trending on Dex tools, tons of volume. I think you might have broke Dex tools from what I heard on the first day, but just a success, and it's still writing itself. So we're excited to give you the platform first and foremost to really highlight your project at a high level for all of us here at the Angels, but more importantly for all the other investors that are listening to this. So to get us started, the summoner we have on the call again, the dev of the project. Thank you for coming on. And I just to really kick it off, if you could maybe just tell me what really brought you to probably nothing, right? Like the whole build up, maybe a little bit about your background that you're comfortable of sharing, right? And what brought you to DeFi, and then how this all came to fruition. Like, how did you launch this and all that good stuff?
All right, thanks for having me. First and foremost, also I want to clarify that I am not the lead dev. I am the, let's say, networker, marketer, spokesperson, whatever you want to call it. The dev is currently busy with private stuff. As far as I know, he's at a wedding. So in the end, in my opinion, this is a business that we do here, and nothing is more important on the other side than spending time with the family. This goes for me as well as, priority before everything else. About us, we're a team of 6 people right now, very good friends, close friends, that started working like really actively together this year, some earlier and some people got in later. I got in into really actively into the crypto space myself in 2020 when the first lockdowns were coming in hot in Europe, and I wasn't able to work my job anymore because I'm actually from the hospitality sector. And then we started like investing like people do. Some people started to learn coding, and we were just working our way around. And PN actually came into existence right after GM created this new hype of culture tokens, and we got together and we're like thinking what could we launch that works. And one of us decided to do the PN probably nothing, because he was searching through Twitter basically and looking what is the oldest culture meme on the crypto Twitter space, and he found probably nothing back in like 2016. I mean, people were saying that already when Bitcoin was like becoming something, that it's probably nothing. So we just piggybacked off that, and that's how it came together. And after the huge success at launch, and the interest as well from various people, very well connected people as well, I would say in the Twitter space or crypto space in general. Just to name one, it would be Fungibles, who is also holding our Twitter spaces. So we'll be hosted by him. Feel free to join there as well. I think there will be some more people than just me on the AMA. It will be like a small round of people who are invested and just all around people out of the space. So then we decided that we might struck something here, and we gave it our all for the past now five days it was, I think, or 4. I'm not quite sure. Time is running weirdly when you're like traveling and doing this other thing full time as well. And yeah, as you can see, it has been a success so far. I haven't been looking much into the chart because I've been mainly on phone calls and in the Telegram space, connecting to people and trying to figure out the best direction and who to work with. Because as you know, most of the things are paid services. Like just to name one, it's Dex Tools, and it's a quite thought about market. So it's basically a bidding war these days. and you need to have a trustful source that has to be vetted. So I'm the guy who takes care of most of these things. And yeah, now we are where we are. We're currently onboarding a UI developer who is supposed to. This is about like our future plans with the token. We had a lot of requests from the community to answer that question maybe upfront regarding staking, potential staking. We already have thought about that, but we really wanted to create something novel, something alpha, and that's why we had been like toying around with ideas, also with investors, obviously, and then the idea came up to do a let's say like a tipping token. So our vision is to be like the Venmo or Cash App of the crypto Twitter space, or even a bigger space. But we would like to, for now, focus mainly on Twitter. That's why we're onboarding multiple devs. We hope to be able to create some sort of team, which we have to outsource, unfortunately. But we're in the middle of this process to be able to create an app that works and is connected with the Twitter APIs, and you can basically just tip people on below a tweet. You can just like tip them, let's say $5, and then you hashtag probably nothing if you want. Obviously, you don't have to, but this is the idea about like just being the Venmo basically. I'm myself. I'm not in the States. I think most people who are in the States will know Cash App or Venmo. In Europe, it's not that um, well spread yet, but I imagine it will be around the corner with all the digitalization of money and central bank digital currencies, etc. Yeah, it's a lot of work from the entire team. Some of us have their families and aren't doing this full time. Some of us are, but we trust each other a lot, and we are very keen to proceed with the project the way and in the pace that it has been going on the past days. That would be probably for now from my side. If there's any questions or anything I should um, go dive deeper into,
Yeah,
for now that's it.
I think to start, it would be good just to tell maybe everyone a little bit about the tokenomics of the project. How you make money as a team, right? Like obviously there's a fee for there, how the money is allocated for marketing, reflections. Just kind of highlight that for us, please.
So initially, from my knowledge, we were working a contract with a 0% buy tax and a 12% sell tax. But after doing the maths, also checking it up myself, because it has been brought to my attention personally and also to from the community, there is a 12% buy tax as well, which is going 100% to redistributions. So holders get rewarded with that. It's a pretty hefty tax, so we're actually considering lowering both taxes a little bit more, since we already have enough marketing money, and we're toying with the idea to lower the tax also to entice new investors to get in. On the other side, there is a 12% sell tax, which goes to marketing and development solely. We really want to focus on a really good product, a sleek product, where good artists are involved. So we don't want to save money on that. And the other 6% are going to marketing. As you probably know, we already announced that we onboarded Quotidian for a Twitter campaign. Crypto marketing in general isn't the cheapest, and neither is text tools trending or CMC trending or all those kind of things. But yeah, it's definitely in progress of lowering those taxes. We're currently finalizing about the numbers with the dev. We're looking if we can lower the only the buy tax or only the sell tax, or if both are fixed together. We're figuring that out currently. Regarding the team, there's been we have the 2.5% in the developer, like 2.5% supply in the developer wallet. which are locked. We locked them for 7 days, and we will keep relocking them. The idea is to feed the team from that. Aside from that, there's 0.5% of tokens put away for the team, basically, to scale out whenever someone is in need of money. Currently, I mean, half of us is working in normal jobs, so it's not something that they rely on, and the others are also unworried currently if it comes to that. But that's about it about the tokenomics and the team tokens.
Got it. Yeah, well said. I mean, I like the allocation of money and the way that you're focusing on the marketing. I mean, it sounds like you're probably really liquid in terms of money, to go out and execute decks, get these marketing campaigns going. So as that volume continues, I just see it being focused more there, which is good. Lowering the taxes as well, obviously makes people bullish, should entice new investors to get in, not having to pay those fees. So that's great. So just, back to, just this, on the website, it reads, like it basically just describes that you're going to become the #1 meme coin. I'm just curious, in your words, how do you see this like rolling, over for the next like 1 to 3 months, in terms of execution to show, this to current and future investors?
So regarding, I mean, what our vision is about that is we want to take over the Twitter space with our product that we really are keen to develop or get developed and release as soon as possible. Twitter is still one of the strongest spaces if it comes to engagements, also regarding the Twitter like crypto space. Telegram is not for everyone, in my opinion. Like, it's mostly just the younger generations that are really Telegram active, and the older generations where the real money is as well, like old money and people that are already veterans in the space are mostly on Discord, in my opinion, from my knowledge at least, and Twitter. So we really want to focus on that, and our idea is, I mean, the real goal would be to get into the normal into the normies as well, not to the crypto affinite people, but to the ones that maybe just come in. How cool would it be if you could also tip people that aren't actually in crypto, but you could do it in crypto? So that's just like very far away visions. I mean, far away in crypto time. In real time, we really hope we can release at least the alpha in the next month or two, and then the full working product within the next 3 months, hopefully. Depending on how fast we can onboard the developers. We already talking with one wonderful lady. Unfortunately, she can't allocate 100% of her time into this because she just had a baby, so she has to take care of that as well. And as I mentioned earlier, nothing is more important than family, especially if you just had a baby. So we're trying to find more developers to be able to help her with that, and to just, as said, keep on going the way we have been. And also, a small addition regarding the website and the missing white paper currently. I've already put it in motion. Everything is in works. We might have 1 or 2 revamps because we're doing everything so as fast we can, basically. So the launch was a pure stealth launch. There's not been any private sale. There's not been any marketing or anything. There was not even a bot in the Telegram group with a captcha. We just purely stealth launched this. A lot of people had the gist already that it's going to be a new hype with those culture coins. I don't know how many now are alive. I saw that there's been a bunch launching, but I think it's just 3 or 4 left now, right now, and the others were just pure scams. And wait, where was I going to though? Yeah. So basically we already had hired people to get a new website now for us, and also the white paper. They will be doing both, so the style fits, and there's going to be a small revamp to the style potentially. And then we had another couple suggestions from other people, but we're always open to listen to suggestions. I know there's a couple people here in the chat that I've been DMing as well, and please know that if I don't answer your messages or maybe leave you on read, that's not on purpose. It's just a lot. I'm working on the laptop and two phones to follow all the chats and everything. It's not on purpose. I'll try to get back to all the messages as soon as I can, and also take them to my heart if you have any recommendations. There's been a couple legendary community members that have been massively helping, be it with ideas or uh, get like putting my attention towards certain things that were lacking. I want to thank the community as well for that, and yeah, we'll just keep moving forward the way we are and keep it happy and positive and probably nothing.
Probably nothing. I love it. And you know what? It sounds like you're very receptive too to the community, which is a key thing that I look for. Transparency, how much the team is going to be receptive to change ideas. That's really how you're able to build something great, in my opinion, is by working with a ton of like-minded individuals to make that come true, because not one mind is better than hundreds of minds put together, in my opinion. But look, I know that you're busy. I can hear it. I can see it. So you've done a good job answering my questions. And I normally tend to ask too many questions, but today I'm not. I'm going to leave the floor open now for my core team and our deal flow committee. And I want to invite them in to ask a couple of questions about the project and for yourself. And just truly amazing what you've done. So, thank you for coming on. But at this time, I would like my team to ask some questions.
Hell yeah, please shoot ahead, and I appreciate the kind words.
Hello. So we'll start. You take some huge step into marketing. When we decided to invest $500,000 in marketing, what kind of growth you expect in terms of market cap to happen in exchange of this money?
So we decided to use that kind of money once we saw what kind of a nice community we had. I mean, obviously, it's kind of an opportunistic thing as well to do, right? We had the possibility to create a thing that we created, and we used it. Some people will say it's opportunistic. I would say we took a shot, and it was success, and we were pulling through with the ideas we had and the connections we made on the way. We decided to go in with Quotidian because we saw their previous results, and I was able to vet them through connections with developer teams of the projects they've been working on. And I mean, on some of the projects, it's you see what they did, and they told me how they would do it, and I would love to see it for myself. So I've never participated in any campaign like that until now. So for me, it's a first time, and in my opinion, if you never try, you never know. So there is only one way to gain experience, and that's by trying out. And trying out is success and failure, and you only succeed when you try things. And if you fail, then you have to stand up and try it again. And we had the possibility to do it. We had the funds of it. I mean, not gonna lie, we could have also ran away with, I don't know, $2 million approximately, probably more than 2 million, since there's been money being spent on developers like the website devs and designers and Dex tool trending. It's horrendous what kind of money you spend for that crap these days. And yeah, like we just thought that that's what you have to do to be able to give like a solid project some soul and heart, especially if you don't know it yourself how to do it, because I'm not a professional social marketer or anything. So if you are not, then you hire someone to do the job for you, and that's what we're doing here.
Hi, I got a question for you. I love your community. I was in there yesterday for a little while, and but I was looking on your website and I saw that it said that one of your things is that you wanted to do a BSC bridge. Do you plan on taking the coin over to the BSC side as well? And do you know when you would like to do that?
So regarding that, the thing with those bridges, I mean, it's always something that you should consider, because it just opens up to so many more investors. I mean, I have DMs from people that would like to OTC purchase tokens from the team by paying BNB, and it's like $100-$200 amounts. So they basically want to buy tokens worth of the gas fees. And I always tell the people that if you're still at those stages of investing, then like you shouldn't be playing around in the Ethereum space, because the profits are just really small. And regarding the BSC bridge, we've talked to a couple developers regarding that, and the problem is that people that are currently already invested on the Ethereum chain might suffer regarding the investment, because the liquidity and the total supply has be equal on both bridges. And regarding us already being on central exchanges, or like planning to be, Albank is confirmed trading for the 18th, which is Thursday, and like that's why we decided to rather have fast listings on central exchanges where people don't pay gas fees either, rather than bridging into BSC and eventually creating a problem in regards of already present holders, and like with the liquidity, because it really could hurt like holders already, because they were saying, like, I've had talks with developers which had the same issue because they bridged into BSC. I don't know if Loki had that issue or whether they launched a completely separate, because I mean, they are the best example, I guess. But I think they launched a complete separate token with the same tokenomics on BSC and then bridged them together rather than just splitting it in half.
Cool. I have a question. I've been kind of watching the Telegram, especially with meme coins. I think the community is probably one of the most important things. I've seen a lot of communities that kind of struggle. They get a few people engaged, and then those people feel burnt out if they don't have a lot of help from others. So I guess kind of two-part question. One is, how are you looking at managing the Telegram and trying to keep community engaged and enthusiastic? It sounds like you have some great community members already. And more specifically, again, like especially in meme tokens, I look for top holders and see that a lot of times the project is really in their hands, depending on what they do with their investment. So I saw Fungibles in the chat, like trying to communicate with over 1% holders. I'm just curious how you engage community in general, and if you've had luck relating to those large holders in terms of the long-term vision.
Yeah, so to answer your first question, I mean, every one of the team is trying to be as active as possible themselves in the chat, answering questions firsthand. We have a lot of engaged community members. This week I'll try, because I'm now back at home, and I'm on actually a proper screen and not a small laptop screen and a phone. So I'll be trying to answer all the message, get all the applications for moderators in, and have a bit more structure as well in the Telegram chat. Maybe have people that are designers, etc. We will provide the PNGs for the logos. Everyone who wants to create memes or videos, etc. We've already been doing giveaways for those things. We probably will keep doing so in the future. Have like a separate content or design chat for everyone who's interested in there to share their their art, etc. And since you mentioned fungibles, he's one of the top holders. I'm not sure if it's top 1 or top 2. And the other person, I guess I can name him as well, since he's a public figure, is Pen. We've already OTC'd with him quite a bit. He wants to OTC more. We right now asked him to just split his wallet, and we will refund him his like the gas fees or the tokens for the tax, the wallet to wallet tax. That's right now what we're doing with that. And regarding fungibles, especially, he's been an early day supporter. He's very successful and well connected in the especially in the NFT space. He's an entrepreneur, and we're like very much in touch with him, and he's giving us a lot of advice, which I'm very grateful for as well, since he's one of those veterans that I've been mentioning earlier. And we're trying to work out some deals with him as well, where he connects us with some of the people that he knows. And yeah, I mean, the engagement from the community and the interest from very, very interesting figures amazes me, and I'm endlessly grateful for that, because it gives you future possibilities for the project and just the development of it. It's just nice to have big brains on top of this. As I said, I'm just in this space since like now 1.5 years. Since 5 months, I'm full-time, since I was able to quit my job. Luckily, through crypto, I was able to pay all my debt through trending and through trading, and be able to meet fantastic people as well, very interesting people. A lot of people complain about the crypto space being like scammers place or filthy place, whatever they want to call it. But there is some really, really amazing people, and yeah, it's just crazy how life can go. But yeah, community, we're working on all those things to make them definitely cleaner and more like, I mean, we're trying the best with the engagement right now with the Twitter, especially the Twitter. Our marketing manager is taking over those things as well, so we're sharing the Twitter account with him, so he has also the possibility to tweet out of his things. Maybe in regards to that, which also one info is that almost the entire team is European based. So we were in the first days lacking a little bit of USA engagement. Not engagement, but the team was going to sleep. I was going to sleep at like 5-6 a.m. and I can't expect that from people who have families. I can do it, but not everyone on the team can. So once our side was sleeping, there have been, I think, bot attacks and like spammers and whatever, and there was no control over that. But Fungibles is actually, he was trying to connect us with like a community spokesperson that hopefully is interested to work with us on the project. It would also be a paid position for this guy. That would be fantastic.
Great. Thank you.
Hey, I just wanted to, I don't know if you could hear me. Okay, great. I wanted to firstly congratulate you and your team on such a successful launch. The project is really interesting. I just wanted to ask about the tax. There was a tax that you spoke of that you said you were interested in or considering maybe removing. What would be the hindrance? What would be the reason that you wouldn't be able to remove that tax? And do you have like a timeline on if that's going to happen, when it would happen?
So regarding the tax, the only possible hindrance is that both the buy and I mean, that's not a hindrance. It's just more of a technicality that they are fixed together. So if you lower the one, the other goes lower as well. So we'll have to do some maths we'll have to check out the contract. We would prefer to just reduce the buy tax and be able also to reduce them, not the same amount, but like adjust them accordingly. But in all honesty, in my opinion, if people want to buy tax-free, that's why we're also listing on the central exchanges. If anyone wants to buy tax-free, it will be possible on Albank from Thursday. I'm already in talks with, not to spill the beans here too much, because it's nothing secured yet. But I'm already talking with the listing manager from Gate.io, and I'm getting put in touch with the listing manager for OKX as well, and I myself would be interested in MEXC too. So those four are like the ones that we're intending to attack at first, which are tier 1, tier 2 listing exchanges, like central exchanges. Sorry. But yeah, I mean, in the near future, as I said, I have to discuss this. The entire team has to discuss this with the dev, and we have to do some maths. We want to also lower the tax on Uniswap.
Great.
So I had a question. First of all, also want to wish you a congratulations. That was awesome of a launch. Community is super strong. Love to see it. What is going to set you apart from all of the other projects out there that are calling themselves the next PayPal of crypto, or I'm sure someone will come out and say that they're going to be the next Cash App of crypto? What is it that is going to set you guys apart from your competition? You know, because you're going to have a lot of imitators that come out trying to capitalize on your success. How are you going to flush them out?
Well, first of all, we really want to focus on the Twitter space, which is for me the strongest one. Second of all, we have the name that markets itself in the space that we're working in. And third, for me, probably the most interesting, because I like good looking things. As you already probably realized, we don't want to save money on those kind of things if it comes to the product or the quality of things that or people who we work with. We would like to have something that just pleases the eye, and I envision it as something very minimalistic, easy to operate, nothing complicated, sleek. And those things cost money, you know. Like, I mean, obviously, if there's some VC-backed huge project coming out where people invest 500 million in the ICO and then they release some product like we are intending to, then this will be something uncomparable. But for the project, who we are and how we began to exist, we will certainly be, in my opinion, top contenders to be exactly like the tier 1 application for that, especially because of this Twitter aspect. Like, it's a complicated thing to do, but once you're in there, usually the first person to do it, or the first team or project to do it, usually takes the cake, in my opinion. And may I ask one question? What were you eating? This sounded delicious.
So the whole core team, whenever I'm on a VC or an AMA, I'm always eating. It's just a thing. Like, I feel like I'm but I was eating Kraft house-made hummus with a freshly toasted bagel chips, and I'm currently cooking up some oat patties to continue eating.
I'm so glad this was recorded for the future.
This sounds delicious, though. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of jealous. I need to get onto some food as well. After we
It was funny. I actually messaged him immediately and said, "Take the food out of your mouth." But no, That's really funny that you asked that. I had a question looking forward though, like as I sit here thinking about what this project can become with the marketing and just everything behind it. When you do become, quote, PayPal or Venmo of crypto and, all that good stuff, right? Like I'm very familiar with that being in, the States. Now, those companies make a lot of money, right? Like on taxes and different things like that. So do you plan on maybe capitalizing on that right there? Maybe those fees? And would you consider maybe injecting some of that back into the liquidity or somehow rewarding your holders in the future if that does come to fruition?
We will definitely keep on rewarding holders. I think the main idea is for it to be solely on the blockchain. There will not a KYC or anything for the application, the no registration or whatever. We want this to be a pure blockchain crypto space oriented product. So that's probably wrong to compare us or to say that we will be the Cash App or whatever, since all those are very serious to take companies. I mean, if it goes that far that we are able to create something like that, maybe the team considers. But for now, we only want to exist in this somewhat, let's call it, anonymous crypto space where you don't have to be registered somewhere. Because for me, this is something, it's like a personal goal as well, to have something like that where your identity doesn't matter, and doesn't matter where you are or who you are. Imagine you are able to send someone money like that, almost gas free, who's really in need of that. Like I have people all around the world that aren't as fortunate as me. It would be fantastic to be just able to send them some of my crypto gains without being like tracked by people. I'm kind of paranoid if it comes to that, but if you use a Western Union or you use MoneyGram or whatever it is, it's all attached to your identity, and people can trace those things, and it's, I don't know, it takes the charm out of it for me. I like to be, I would like it to be very anonymous in that regards.
Right. You're keeping the anonymity of it and, keeping what crypto is. Because I always say it all the time, like crypto is great because we're able to send money at a fast rate for folks that are in other countries. And, more traditional ways you would send that money can take weeks, a few days to weeks, months in some cases. So, having that ability and putting the anonymity in it, I can dig it, man. And yeah, that answers my question. I appreciate it.
Most welcome, most welcome. And don't forget, some people aren't even able to have bank accounts. Like there is still places where you literally can't have a bank account, or they can't have it due to other circumstances. But like it's crazy. Whereas with crypto, you just need an application on your phone, an anonymous wallet that's connected to your phone, and it's done. And the phone nowadays, everyone has in the end, like a smartphone.
Yep, exactly. You and I speak the same language. I've been preaching this to so many people just for years now, right? Like, I mean, it seems like with Bitcoin, I've been in it for a while. So it's just having the ability to move funds that way is tremendous. But yeah, right on, man. Do we
I
have
have a
any
question regarding, is it going to be Web3 based or a standalone app? And if it's standalone, are you going to focus more on iOS or Android or both?
So it's gonna be Web3 based, with UI though as well, and the Twitter APIs. That's the three things that we mainly focus on. But we want it to be Web3 based.
Gotcha. Thank you. I feel like you answered this already, but it's a bit loud where I am, so I didn't hear everything in the beginning. What's the projected timeline to have an MVP ready for that app?
So we would like to release the first alpha, just for it to be tested, how it works, etc., and start the bug fixing within the next month to 6 weeks. So before New Year's Eve, and then we would love to get it done by the end of January.
And it's in production already, or are you still sourcing out developers?
Well, we have one developer already. We just told her what we exactly expect, and she really likes the idea. She likes the challenge, and she's going to be starting as soon as possible. She's paid weekly, and we're also looking for more developers because it's a fairly big task, and we just want as many hands on deck as we possibly can, like to help her, because as I mentioned earlier, I don't know if you heard, but she just became mother, so that's her main focus right now. She'll be helping us with that. She'll be supervising it. She's a trusted person that I got recommended by a person that I trust. So this is for me the most important thing still in this space, and it's hard to come by as well, as you probably know. And yeah, that's the timelines we intend to have. Obviously, this will vary depending on how many developers we onboard in the end.
Cool, thank you. Sounds exciting.
Most welcome. Does anyone else have any questions for me, my friends?
Hey, I have a quick one. Once you sort out lowering the tax, whether it's buy and sell, one or the other, or both, do you anticipate leaving it at the lower rate permanently, or are you keeping the option to raise it back again?
We will certainly keep the option to raise it again, depending on how it affects our marketing and development funds. But we would like to not like manipulate it all the time. Obviously, we will also announce those things if we lower it or if we raise it back then again. Yeah, depending on how much expenses we have. Right now, it's all right. We covered the marketing campaign, the first half of it at least. We will see the effects of it. And then if we like the ROI and if we like the effects, the impressions, and the amount of holders that we are getting from there or eyes on us, we will intend to extend it for the other half of the duration. So we're planning a total of 1 month, and we will be in the 2 weeks starting phase from tomorrow on, if I'm not completely mistaken.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
It actually should start today.
Aha.
It should have started today. I will confirm this with our marketing manager.
It will be starting today. It's dive it down.
Very cool. Well, look, if there's any more questions, please feel free to ask. Also, if you do have questions and you're muted, you can ask in the chat, and we don't mind, addressing those there and on the call. Then if anybody just doesn't want to verbally speak, you can always DM me and I can ask a question. But so far, this has been great, and we really appreciate it, the summoner. So I'll step back again here and just leave the floor open one last time for our deal flow committee as well as our core team to ask any more questions. And I will take that as a no.
Yeah.
Like you answered them all, my man.
Raising their hand. Archon is raising his hand or her hand.
Great.
Go ahead. I think I need it.
All right. Well, if you do have any more questions, you can join their Telegram chat, probably nothing. Also, the website is up and live where it has all the information. That's probably nothing.live. So you can check them out there. Tune in. Telegram's posted as well as the Twitter, roadmap, tokenomics, and how to buy. Very good stuff. and a wonderful AMA. We will be sharing this with you and your community as well. So we'd encourage, to push that out and really attract other folks to join the project. But this has been a pleasure. And again, I'm giving you your flowers, my friend. This was, we watched it since live pairs, still watching it. Now we're on the AMA with you. We're seeing the future with you. It's really cool to be involved with and to kind of experience since, the inception, really, right? So congrats.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it a lot, Taylor. Thanks a lot for having us here, or having me here and representing Probably Nothing. If you have any questions that you think should be addressed directly to me, don't hesitate to DM me. I'll be more in my DMs the next couple days and be answering everything and be as transparent with you guys as I possibly can. If anyone has any questions right now, feel free to shoot. Otherwise, I will jump for some food myself because Michael sparked the hunger in me.
I just finished my oat patty sandwich and it was quite delicious. I wish I could have shared my chewing more with you.
All right. I'm assuming we don't have any more questions. So probably nothing, baby. I love it. At this point, we can go ahead and we'll kill the recording and part ways as a community here. Your community is welcome to part ways, and then us internally will speak over the project. We should have a vote up by tomorrow on our decision to make it an official pick or not. But this has been amazing. Great AMA and great presentation.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much. Thanks for having me, and have a lovely day. I think most of you guys are based in the States. It's getting evening time here. So I'll get back to my things to do, my chores. Thanks for having me, guys. Can't say it enough.
Thank you. Cheers, my friend.
Thank you.